somebody asked, why is it that I've not talked about Okiya Omtatah's presidential candidature? Okay. Let's talk about Okiya Omtatah's chances of winning the presidency come 2027. And if that is something you are interested in, stay tuned. If you're watching for the first time, take a moment, subscribe to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2013, I supported Peter Kenneth for president. After seeing how he performed wonderfully in Gatanga as an MP, I was convinced this is the guy to take Kenya ahead. You remember Tuna West Make? We were part of that Tuna West Make. I was also privileged to be part of the national campaign team for Peter Kenneth. We went across the country. We ruled social media literally. And Twitter, we were doing very well. On Facebook, we were doing extremely well. In fact, the young people on Instagram, then there was no TikTok. The young people on Instagram were with us, almost 100%. But on the election day, Peter Kenneth got 74,000 votes. I've never forgotten. 74,000 votes. 74,000 votes. That is what Peter Kenneth got, after being supported overwhelmingly by the young people. And remember, in Kenya, young people are the majority. What happened? They didn't turn out to vote. And even if they did, they voted according to their tribal lines. In Nairobi, where Peter Kenneth was depending on the middle class and others, he got 24,000 votes. Listen to that. In a city of 2 million voters, Peter Kenneth, who was the darling of the modern and the exposed, etc., got 24,000 votes. It taught me one lesson, that there is a big difference, a big gap between real and ideal politics. In an ideal world, the likes of Peter Kenneth should be elected as opposed to electing Uhuru Kenyatta. But in real world, things that people care about when they go to vote do not necessarily have to make sense. For instance, in the most advanced democracy that we usually use as an example, you don't make your sentence without saying, even in the US. Okay, fine. Even in that US, there were 4 candidates. I bet you don't even know who the other 2 were. And they got about 500,000 votes in a country that has over 150 million registered voters. Perhaps they were better than Trump. Perhaps they were better than Kamala. But what people vote for in most cases are parties and individuals. And those individuals in Kenya, it's not more about a party. In Kenya, it is more about the tribal leader. So who is our tribal spokesperson? Western and Nyanza, Raila Odinga dominate as the tribal spokesperson. And so Okiya Omtatah, coming from Busia, where Raila always wins, already disadvantages Okiya Omtatah. He doesn't have a base. If he is to depend on the social media support, then I would refer him to go and have a sit down with Peter Kenneth, or find a Kuro court. These ones will tell Okiya Omtatah that social media support doesn't translate to real support, because majority of people cheering you on barely register as voters. And even if they register, some of them will vote along the tribal line. And even if they didn't vote along the tribal line, the ones that will come out to vote for you are negligible in number. I told you, Peter Kenneth, whom we were supporting, got 24,000 votes in a city of 2 million voters, city of people who were exposed, people who were saying they wanted change, wanted somebody like Peter Kenneth. When push came to shove, they voted for either Raila Odinga or Uhuru Kenyatta. That is how people vote. Even in the US, when the voting day came, they went for either Kamala or Trump. The others struggled. And so Okiya Omtatah, I'm glad he has formed a team to go and check whether he has the potential to win. I believe that team will be very honest with him and tell him that he does not have the potential to win. There is nothing wrong with Okiya Omtatah vying. It may be he's doing this so that he gets re-elected as a senator. You see, this is something politicians love in Kenya. In Kenya, once politicians realize that they have a challenge of getting re-elected in their post, they try to get the attention of people who matter by going for a higher post. For instance, if you know that you are not likely to get re-elected as senator, you threaten to vie as president so that in the negotiations you are going to be allowed to vie as a senator and win. The dramas are just to make sure that they up their stake, and that is what I think Okiya is doing. That is what I think Matiang'i is doing. It's not like Matiang'i is coming back with the belief that he can even defeat Kalonzo Musyoka. No, he's not doing that. All these people are just upping their game so that in the negotiation table, they are favors, because they are realists. They know very well that at the end of the day, Okiya Omtatah knows that he cannot be president of this country. He cannot win. There is no path for him. In politics, we say somebody's path to victory. Okiya Omtatah does not have a path to victory. Because if it depends on the agencies, these people don't vote. Ask Malema, ask Peter Obi, ask Kamala Harris. They don't. They will cheer you on, but on the day of voting, they won't. So unless a miracle happens, Okiya Omtatah does not have a base, the agencies will not support him, he will get the votes of the likes of Akina Wajakoya, etc., and he will be somebody making noise as opposed to being a senator. And that's why I'm persuaded he is doing this so that he gets re-elected as a senator. People will be like, you know, he was going for president, but for the sake of I don't know what, he has decided let him just do the Senate again. That is what Okiya Omtatah is up to, ladies and gentlemen. That is in my opinion. If you feel that Okiya Omtatah has a chance of winning simply because of the sentiments on social media, I want to tell you that you should look at politics a little bit differently. Be a realist. In real politics, Okiya Omtatahs of this world don't have a chance. They don't have a political base. If somebody like Kalonzo Musyoka, which has Ukambani as his base for a very long time, does not have the potential to be president, okay, what about the likes of Okiya Omtatah? If somebody like Raila Odinga with Luos as his political base has struggled 5 times trying to be president, he only won in 2007, and that was because Kalenjins were behind him. Without that, you can't win. And I repeat, the 3 communities that decide who becomes the victor, the Luos, the Kikuyus, and the Kalenjin, which one of them Okiya has? None. Okiya does not have the support of the Kalenjin as a bloc. Okiya does not have the support of Kikuyus as a bloc. Of course, he doesn't have the support of Luos as a bloc. And so, how does he fit in? It doesn't. Without one of those as your bloc, so that you begin with another, you don't even have a chance, ladies and gentlemen. That does not mean that this channel will be segregating candidates or dismissing candidates. We will share what we believe their chances are, but we will be very blunt, the way I am with the likes of Okiya, that perhaps he's doing this just to up his game so that he gets to be senator again. But in my opinion, the likes of Okiya don't have a chance. It's good for the show, but for real politics, it doesn't feature anywhere. I hope this was helpful. If you agree, let me know in the comment section. Drop a like and share this video with your friends. Otherwise, allow me to thank you for taking your time to watch, and let's meet in the next video.